Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Peachy and this channel is all about my Sylvanian families collection. For today's video, I thought we could take another look at an older building in my collection, and it's this one here, which is the Seaside Restaurant. This building was released in Japan in 2013, and then I think it also came out here in the UK in either 2013 or 2014. In the 40th anniversary collection book, we can see there was this seaside theme of products in 2013-2014, and you can see the Seaside Restaurant just down there, along with some other sets that it was marketed to go with. I think there's just a few more over the page. And we did get most of these sets, all of them I think actually, in the ranges outside Japan. So this set came out just on the cusp of when the distribution rights here in the UK had transferred back over to Epoch. And that's also when we started seeing more of a harmonisation of the range between here and Japan. In my village, this restaurant is run by the Neptune sea otter family. You can just see the father here and the mother there. The Neptune family were released in 2012 in Japan and 2013 here in the UK. The father is called Caspian and the mother is called Nerissa. Their bios feature a lot around swimming in the sea, taking long walks along the beach, looking for treasures and shells and things like that. So I figured that having them run the Seaside Restaurant is the perfect place for them, as it's right by the sea and they can easily get out onto the beach to do their hobbies. The family also have two daughters, Shelley and Sandy. You can see them here. Shelley will help out in the restaurant sometimes. Sandy is just a little bit too little, but they also enjoy going out for walks along the beach and collecting seashells and stuff while their parents are working. The way I have it set up here with the Go Lightly Silk Cat family enjoying a fish dinner is how I've plucked it straight off my shelf. This building forms part of a little seaside scene in my shelving unit, footage of which you saw just at the start of the video. But what I'll do now is take everything out. We can have a closer look at the building, we can have a closer look at the accessories, and then I'll show you how I usually set it up at the end, and you can see that in a bit more detail. So starting with the facade of the building, love the way this looks. It comes with this water piece and also this little pier piece that you can make as long or as short as you like. These are both separate pieces as well, and I find these are useful in a plethora of different scenes. So I'll just pop those to one side for now and we can focus on the main building. So it's quite a nice open front with this big, I like to think of it as like a veranda. Maybe there would be some glass in here, but it's been opened up so you can get the fresh sea breeze coming in. This part pokes out just slightly and you can open these like gates that can take you out onto that pier piece, or you can have them shut and just have it as like a railing. Lovely big window. Got an opening and closing door which has a good amount of detail on it. It has this cute little fish shaped, I like to think of it as a letterbox. It then has this ship's wheel as a window with a little anchor sticker in the middle. There's a very detailed menu here that's talking about a paella lunch and a lobster dinner and a harbour course. There's also a welcome sign up here with two little fishes. Then it's got this nice big sign on the top which you can remove if you should wish to. And it's got these two smaller railings with these lovely little fish details on. If I just bring it a bit closer, you can see that menu there. And you can see that all of the words are readable. So really nicely detailed there. I love world building little things like this. We have steps up to the door and these have a nice kind of cobblestone effect on them, and then also some wood boarding either side of that. On this side we have a nice big sign saying welcome to the Seaside Restaurant. More of that detailing around the top. Nice window here. The side of the building has some nice detail on it. There's a kind of wicker fence kind of piece here and some boarding here. It might have been nice if these had details called out on them. some little seashells here as well. If these all had the colour painted onto them, I think it would look even more effective. On this side again, we've got some various windows of different sizes and a little shuttered window here. Some more boarding effect down there. The textures on these are really nice. Again, if it was coloured in and painted, they would look even better, I think. On the top, we have a little place where you could go up and stand and look out to sea. This piece doubles up as a ladder, which you can connect into those two windows there and climb up to get onto the roof. This fits in very snugly, so it can be a little tricky to get it out. Then, if we take a look at the inside of the restaurant, we can see it's on 2 levels. So there's the veranda piece up here, which has the wood facing towards the window. And then we have the lower piece down here, which also has wood boarding, just going in a different direction. So nice attention to detail there. On this wall, there's various shelves, each with these pretty sticker patterns on. There's also another kind of menu piece here and some little hooks, which we'll see in action later. There's some brick detailing on the inside of these walls as well, and you can see those windows the other side of them. Next to the door, we have a little bit more brick detailing and some other cute pictures. There's this nice kind of plate detail, which is just a sticker. And then it has another little welcome sign with a fish on the top of it. And on this wall, we have another little shelf, some more cute artwork, and this big menu board. This looks like a chalkboard where they've drawn the specials on for the day. Again, there's some shell detailing on that. You can see more brick detailing on the other side of that wicker with the window. The building is a good size, can fit my hand in there quite comfortably, even 2 hands. Plenty of room to decorate. If I grab a Caspian, you can see the size in relation to a Sylvanian adult figure. So plenty of space. If we now move on to the furniture and accessories, starting with the furniture, there are some table pieces for the patrons to be able to sit at and have their meals. So this is one of those. It's got some light details on the top, making it look like wooden panels. Pretty standard table piece, but it feels really sturdy. It's a really nice plastic, that. That comes with this lovely bench piece. It's got this cute little anchor detail embossed in. Again, the same wood panelling. It feels a really good solid plastic. With these older buildings, they tend to have a place for everything to go so it fits in, but of course you don't have to set it up like that. You can do whatever you like with it, but I'm just going to do it in the way that I know everything fits in. This table also has some chairs. So here is the first one. Again, it's got that little anchor detail embossed in, looking again like wooden planks. And you get 2 of those exactly the same. And I would have the first table set up like that. Then we also have a second table, this one here. This one has a grill in the center that you would be able to cook your food at your table, which I think is really cool. The grill is a separate piece that just slots into place. It's again got that nice paneling detail on it underneath as well, and then good sturdy legs. And I usually pop this one out on the veranda as it kind of feels like it fits well in that space, and that's how they show it set up on the box. The chairs for that one are slightly different, so these are more of a wicker variant. These look a little bit similar to the chairs from the conservatory set. I like these. I think they look really effective for the kind of chair that they're trying to portray. It also has this nice detail in here where the wicker just looks slightly different. The texture on these is really cool, and again, good sturdy legs. And you get 4 of those exactly the same. And they just fit really nicely onto that raised space. Then the final furniture piece is this grill piece. So it has a separate grill that we'll look at in a second. It's got this cute tiling work sticker just on here. Then it's got wood and then brick effect and a firewood down here for cooking, kind of doing the main cooking, I think. And then it has a grill piece that slots in like so. And usually I would have that just over to the side here like so. And that's kind of the basic layout for the restaurant. Then it has a ton of accessories. So I guess let's start with the table settings. So first of all, it has these cardboard placemats. So there's 4 in this colour and 4 in this colour. Designs are exactly the same, just the colour is different. We then have some napkins or coasters in a similar style. I think they're little folded up napkins. You'll see that the tables get very crowded, so I don't actually tend to use these, but they're a nice inclusion anyway and have a really pretty pattern on them. We then have plentiful cutlery. So here we have 8 forks, 1 for each place setting. You can see they're all identical and they look like this one that I'm pointing to. These have a slightly different mould to other ones in the range, which is interesting. To go with that, 8 knives, and again they have a slightly different shape to the knives we're used to seeing in the range. We then have these little reserved signs for the table. So it says reserved on 2 of the sides and then it has a flat bottom base. These are paper pieces, but I think a nice inclusion as it can be quite fun to have like the table is reserved. 4 glasses of water, and these actually have the water moulded in, which is something we don't see super often in the range. They're a nice ridged design and look pretty realistic actually to how glasses look in real life. I like that it comes with the water already in there. You can see what I mean about the tables getting quite crowded. We then have 4 other glasses, so everyone who has a seat at the restaurant can have their own glass. There's 2 of this design, which is a more kind of triangular shape, and then there's 2 of this more round design. We then have an array of plates, and I love these. Each one has an individual sticker on, which just makes them a different design. So there's 2 slightly larger ones. They are just a white plastic plate with sticker applied, but the details on the stickers are lovely. And then there's 6 smaller ones as well. Again, just a plain plastic plate with a sticker applied, but I think it looks so effective at these kind of quirky, homely, really pretty plate patterns. You can see there's 3 designs and then there's 2 colours of each of the designs. I just think these are so lovely and they really give it that family run restaurant kind of feel. Then finally for the table setting we have 2 menus, so these are the same. Paper piece like normal, but it's a fully readable menu with all the options that the restaurant has on offer. Love the detail in these. Then we have food and cooking utensils. So we have this nice copper pan. with this cute little fish detail on the handle, which makes it a bit more unique. Really love the plastic and colour used on this. It makes it look rather realistic. There's then also a spatula, again with the cute little fish detail on the top, which I absolutely love. There's then a large set of tongs. And a small set of tongs. We have some vegetable pieces that can be grilled. So we have these rings of, I think, onion and these cobs of corn. We have 3 lovely lobsters, which we saw on the menu. The detail on these is really good. Two fish. Again, very nicely detailed. And 2 oysters. These are really beautifully detailed, I think. They look really realistic. I love the coloration on them. We then also have the salad piece. We then also have this cooking kind of skillet kind of piece in this lovely black plastic, and it comes with this piece that can sit inside it, which is showing a kind of prawn dish. We then have salt and pepper. Though the stickers are applied the wrong way around, the pepper's on the salt and the salt is on the pepper, but nicely detailed that it even has the differentiation. We then have what I've always presumed to be cooking oil, just from the colour. Or I guess it could be some sort of beverage. But it's in this wonderful fish-shaped glass. The detail on this is incredible, considering the tiny size. Absolutely love this piece. We then have this box piece. This is just made out of cardboard, and I usually pop the done food in this. And we then have a load of things to decorate the walls. So many pieces. So there's these 2 canisters with these pretty floral patterns round. These are reminiscent of the designs on the plates. And then we have an absolute ton of cardboard pieces, which are kind of ingredients and foods. So we have organic sugar in a box. Has the ingredients details on the back, which is just a lovely attention to detail. We have 3 teas, so we've got Earl Grey, peppermint and chamomile teas. We have extra virgin olive oil. I guess this is a carton because it's got the little pour hole on the top. We have a box of fresh juices. 3 in there. We've got grape, cranberry, and the last one I can't read. I think it's orange. cheese. Again, really nicely detailed all the way around there. Pasta shells. Very apt that they are shell-shaped considering the restaurant. Again, really beautifully detailed box all the way around. These look really realistic to packaging. Some more pasta, spaghetti this time. Some olives, green ones, premium. And finally, some rotoni, again, more pasta. Just absolutely wonderful, the amount of stuff you get. These go on the shelves on the walls and they can be quite fiddly, so I'm just going to move that piece out so I've got a little bit more room to work with putting them on. I got this set secondhand, so some of the boxes are not folded quite tight, so they do tend to try and pop off at every opportunity. So it can be a bit fiddly to get them all to stay. But there we are. With them in, I just think it makes the shelves look so full and it just makes the restaurant look really, I don't know, lived in and alive. And I've just popped Caspian and Narissa back in and our lovely Silk Cat customers. They've got lots of food on the go. Narissa's just asking them if there's anything else that she can get for them. Caspian's cooking up a storm. And then this table is all laid ready for the reservation that is coming up shortly. This restaurant is just incredible, or this set, sorry, is just incredible. I love how many pieces it comes with. Love all the little details of the shelves on the wall and the patterns on the cutlery and plates. The placemats, the serviettes that I can't even fit on the tables because there's so many bits and pieces. The chairs, the way it's all laid out, just a wonderful, wonderful set. And that brings me to the end of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at this set closer up with me, seeing all the accessories, all the bits and pieces that it comes with, and hearing how it fits into the lore of my village. Let me know in the comments what you think about this set. Do you have it in your collection? Is it one you'd like to add? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye for now.